So our first speaker is on the Strategic Relationships Pathway, Level 5, leading in your volunteer organization. 5 to 7 minutes, is that correct, or is it longer now? Okay. The peaceful transfer of power is a cornerstone of American democracy and of Toastmasters. Today's first speaker would like to talk about his transition plan as he steps down from his role as the District 40 Public Relations Manager. Please welcome to the lectern, with his speech, not January 6th, Steve Lamb.
January 6th. January 6th, 2021. Right now, as most of you are probably aware, we are in the midst of congressional hearings about what happened January 6th, 2021. At the core of that investigation is the peaceful, or maybe not so peaceful, transfer of power from one duly elected United States president to the next. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guest. I'm not here to talk about politics today.
Thank you.
But I am here to talk about the peaceful transfer of power, although on a more modest scale in District 40 Toastmasters. After 2 years on the job and constrained by term limits, I will be stepping in as Public Relations Manager for District 40 on July the 1st. Ed Shanley from Columbus will be taking over for me. And you won't hear any stop the steal catch-like phrases that Trump's advocate used from me. No, you won't hear that. Although, shelve the Shanley, shove the Stanley does have a certain ring to it, doesn't it? Yeah. No, my main purpose over the last couple of months, since Ed has been told he's going to take this job, or he volunteered for it, and in the next 2 weeks, is to set Ed up for success. That's what I wanted to do. Now, Ed brings a different set of skills and life experiences to this position. And he won't do things exactly like I have done them. And I'm okay with that, because Ed is working on his MBA and he has some marketing experience, which I think can take our district PR to the next level. So I'm stepping down, Ed's stepping up. What do I tell Ed? Well, I believe in documenting things. A lot of people document anything, and that's what I do for a living. So what I've done is create a transition document for Ed. Now, this is a document that I wish I had when I first started as PRM, Public Relations Manager, 2 years ago, but I didn't. So I was left to flounder for the first 4 to 6 months of my term as Public Relations Manager. I didn't know what I was doing, and it really showed. So I hope that this transition document really helps Ed. I want to help him avoid that floundering stage so he can hit the ground running. Now, this transition document is 16 pages long, so I only have time to pull out 3 aspects of it today. Now, first, the budget. Now, if there's one thing that hacked the reality of being the new PRM into me 2 years ago, it was the district budget. I'm telling you, if you're not a business baron like Charlie Manette, or an accounting aficionado like our own Kiara Harris, coming in code and crafting a budget can be challenging and complicated. Now, I had access to the previous budget, but It only answered the question of what do we put on the budget. It didn't tell me why or how or when we needed to put these things down for expenditures. And then you have the cryptic list of accounting codes from Toastmasters International, plus these Toastmasters International enforced percentages that say you can spend this much here, when, and where. It was just all too much for my simple brain. So developing a budget for a nonprofit like this is not quite as simple as you think. And some crucial items must be paid at certain times. So I hope that this part of the transition document that I'm giving to Ed sets him up for success so he doesn't have to flounder like I did for those first few months. Second, in this transition document, I listed all the tools and assets that the PRM uses in doing the job of PR in the district. And there's a laundry list that I think it's important for Ed to know. We collected it all in one list so he has access to it. And then he can figure out, well, who do I need on my team to best use those tools so we can serve the district most effectively and most efficiently. So what do we have? Constant contact to create our newsletters and our weekly news bulletins. Meetup to promote our club meetings throughout the district. Zoom, we're responsible for that, for all of the online and hybrid meetings that are happening in the district now, who use the clubs that use the district accounts. Then there's social media. We have Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter accounts for District 40. We need somebody to manage those. Add to that DaVinci Resolve, our video editing software, and Google, where we have Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Gmail, and all kinds of Google Calendar, all kinds of aspects of Google are used by our district. And then there's three, count them, 1, 2, 3, 3 websites that the district uses. This is what I inherited. So it sounds like an opportunity for consolidation. Free Toast Host is one platform, WordPress is another one, and Wix.com. So it's important for our new PRM to know about all of this. And we do have some hardware items too, a laptop, which our very own Rick Seabree is using for video editing. And we also have a microphone and some microphones and a soundboard. So it's very important for Ed to have this information. I wish I had it all collected in one place when I first started. Third thing on the transition document that I want to mention is I mentioned to Ed, these are the regular meetings that you need to plan on attending. Now, this sounds like a mundane task, a mundane thing to list, but it's very important for Ed to get these on his calendar so that he can get into the rhythm of what it means to be a PRM. Because once you get in that rhythm, sometimes you need to work really hard and then you need to take a break. But I've learned it's important to take breaks in that rhythm. So weekly, you'll attend the quad meetings, the top 4 people in the district, officers in the district, and also the technical team meeting. On a monthly basis, he will attend the division directors meeting and also meet with the top 8 officers in the district. And then less frequently, twice a year, you'll meet with the district council where we conduct the business of the district and the district executive committee, which consists of all of our district officers 4 to 6 times a year. So there's more in this transition document, but we don't have time to talk about it today. Now, Ed and I have had several conversations about his vision for the district. He said he really appreciates what our PRM team has done over the last couple of years, especially in light of the pandemic. Ed feels like we have laid a solid foundation and he wants to take that PR to the next level. And I'm excited to see where he takes us. Now that, my friends, is the epitome of the peaceful transfer of power, not January 6th. Madam Toastmaster.